today we are going to be playing FM, that's right, we're going to be playing a bit of Football Manager with the likes of West Ham. This is going to be my first career mode, proper career mode here on Twitch and YouTube, and we're going to do it with the likes of West Ham. Well, I feel like what stopped West Ham from going through and being that big powerhouse that they could have been was, one, they've sold so many young players, they've sold so many good players that they've just fallen, and then also because the fans absolutely hate the stadium, the fans just don't have that joy of being able to enjoy West Ham. The fans don't have that joy of being able to just enjoy West Ham. So we're going to come change it, we're going to come do it the cookie way. So our goals for this career mode, so before we can end this career mode, we have to be in a new stadium. That's right, we have to develop and build a new stadium for West Ham. That's going to be the goal. If we don't do that, then we can't leave the football club. I really want to work on the youth team. So West Ham's had brilliant players like Lampard, like Carrick, like Ferdinand, and I want to have a good strong English academy. So I want to be bringing in some of the best youngsters, some of the best English talent to this club. We're probably not going to be able to get the likes of Covey Manu and players like that, but we want to achieve to get players like that to come to the club. The idea is that this year we'll get ourselves into top 6, fighting for Europa League titles again, and then throughout the years we'll have that hype that if we stay in the top 6 for like the first 2 years, then we should be able to bring talent, because they go, oh, West Ham is staying in the top 6, they're looking progressive, they're looking like they want to progress, and then hopefully we can bring young players in. And then also, as you can see, we've named our career mode from European Nights to title fight. So the main goal obviously is to make West Ham a successful club, a really big successful club. They've got loads of history, they've had success, but we want to make them one of the powerhouses of the Premier League. Loads of players in here, chat. There's absolutely loads of players in here. So we've got the likes of Jared Bowen, we've got the likes of James Ward-Prowse, we've got the likes of Toddy down there, we've got Emerson and Wan-Bissaka. So I'll let you know a quick little secret about what we've done in our career mode. We've gone to the very beginning of the world. So the likes of Alexander Isak haven't left Newcastle United yet. Mbeumo hasn't gone over to Manchester United. So we started at the very beginning. We're going to do it our way. We're not going to do it the way West Ham has. Also, something I don't understand is why Kudos is still at Spurs. I thought he'd still be here with us. Obviously, he was a West Ham player. Unless he's gone as a free, I have no idea why he's not in the club. So that's why the squad might be looking a little bit different. Let me know the players that West Ham have brought in real life that have enjoyed and that you want to see in the club and to build around. But yeah, so we've gone back in time. We've gone to the very front of the career mode. So we still have Emerson, we still have Alvarez here. This obviously Bowen is going to be here for a long time, and I think we owe it to Bowen to make the club successful. Every year it's always, oh, Bowen should move to get that big move, win trophies, move to get big trophies. He should move to get big trophies. However, Bowen isn't going to have to leave. We're going to bring the trophies to him, and that's what this is all going to be about. We're going to be bringing the trophies to Bowen so he doesn't have to leave. I love Ward-Prowse. He has been a brilliant servant, not to West Ham yet. He has not he's not proved his worth to West Ham. However, Southampton, he was unbelievable, and we want him to get up to that level again. These are a few players on my list. We've already done a transfer scouting list, but again, if you do have any other players, please let me know. We're probably only going to do the first, we're probably going to get through the pre-season friendlies, and then go into maybe the first 2 Premier League games. We're definitely going to be making signings. There's one signing I'd like to make in midfield. Ideally, I'd probably like to make a left-back signing, a goalkeeper signing, someone fresh, and someone on the wing and striker. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 5 signings, ideally, I'd like to make. We see what the squad is about. I really want to get to know the squad before I make changes to the squad. I want to know who plays well, who doesn't play well. We're starting with a fresh slate, so all the boys to me are, you know, everyone's going to get a chance before we do it. Of course, we haven't brought people like Callum Wilson, Calvert-Lewin are still out there on the free agents, which I'm probably going to look at doing. Calvert-Lewin, I think, is definitely someone who I want to look at bringing in. He's done great at Leeds. I don't really think Callum Wilson has done great here at West Ham. I also don't want to be bringing in Calvin Phillips and Callum Wilson, but maybe we might bring them both. I do think that we could do with some new strikers in, but getting old strikers in, I don't know whether that is going to be the look. I'm also unsure on this guy. He's 32. He doesn't look the best. He isn't a very good high-scoring striker. I think he's had more of a blue patch for scoring high goals, and his normal patch is just in between like 5, 6, 7 goals. So, you know, it's not really the best there. But yeah, like I said, let's get into our first game of pre-season. Let's see how our tactics goes. I've brought in the way I like to play. fast attacking football, tiki-taka, passing between each other, make sure we're using the triangles on the pitch, because as long as there's a triangle on the pitch, then there's always somewhere to pass to. I don't mind us passing it back to go forward. That's always a great strategy. If there isn't anywhere to move forward, don't push it forward. Look for the people at the back. That's how we're going to make our runs. So Lucas Paqueta is definitely going to be sitting in here. When Somerville comes back, we're going to have to use another player for now, so we'll probably do Cornetto in there, and he's probably going to be in and around there. I really want to get in a left-sided midfielder, because I feel like Jared Bowen plays better on this right side, which we'll probably do. We'll probably end up doing that, and then Cornetto over there on the wing, something like that. But yeah, we've got a centre forward. He's going to be here. Lucas Paqueta is going to be joining him. Of course, Ward-Prowse is going to be up here too. Hopefully, he can get them crosses in. We definitely need to look at that. And then Cornetto for now and Bowen are going to be on the wing. Wan-Bissaka is going to be providing loads of good runs here. That's what I wanted to do. A channel runner up there, getting balls in, passing to the midfield. We're going to be using him a lot. And Emerson, of course, we're going to see how he goes. I do believe I have no idea how you call him, but I don't know whether West Ham's loaned him or sold him. But I don't believe he's in the squad anymore. Yeah, we'll have to look into stuff like that. And also, let me know who we shouldn't sell. West Ham have sold a few players. Who do you think was wrong to sell? I personally think, when I was looking at it, Alvarez was a bad one to sell. I personally really like Alvarez because he was linked with Newcastle United. So, yeah. But anyway, look, enough of me rambling. I've rambled a lot so far. Let's get into a game. Let's see how West Ham play under the cookie tactic. Here we are with West Ham. This is going to be our first starting 11 for the season. And, of course, it's going to be a little bit different as we change and develop the squad. But realistically, like I said, we're looking at getting a striker and a winger. They're our two first main targets. And then we're probably going to look at getting some more coverage for that left back. Probably the first starting left back. And then we'll look at getting someone who I really, really want to get in midfield. That midfielder choice, he might get pumped up to first place just because I really enjoy him. But yeah, let's get into this game. Let's hope the tactic works, because honestly, that's the worst thing about FM. Feeling like you got a tactic and it doesn't work. So let's get into the game and let's see how the Hammers do against this side. Come on. There we go. Oh, West Ham. Alvarez has it. Emerson on the wing. Is he going to pass it in? Oh, that was another chance. We've got a corner. Ward-Prowse. Oh, and again. None of these shots look like they're going on target. I reckon if we did, we'd probably be like 2-3 up now. Look at that. They're not going to be on it straight away. It is pre-season. They're still learning the new tactic. They're learning a new way to play and a new style of football. Come on. There we go! Falkirk! There we go. First goal under the cookie regime. Wan-Bissaka over to, I think, Jared Bowen. Jared Bowen there on the wing, on the right side, where he should be playing. And pass it into Falkirk. And Falkirk scores our first goal here at West Ham. Wow. I know it's only pre-season and not to take it serious, but building confidence, building form in pre-season is always good. Neither is Ward-Prowse. Emerson there. Oh, Maxwell Cornet was in. Realistically, all of our players, if they're at the quality, should be doing good against this team. And it's clear the players who are Bowen, Falkirk and Wan-Bissaka are clearly at that top level because they're not letting anything faze them. Our two centre-backs there are unbelievable. And Alvarez holding it down in midfield. But here we are in the Akinodi. I'll say I'm disappointed, right? I'm going to be real with these guys, right? We should be scoring more. We've had 15 shots on target. We've had 15 shots. We've already had one goal out of what we've done. Falkirk and Jared Bowen should be... See, Jared Bowen seems motivated, and that's what I want to see from this. Wan-Bissaka shows me that he doesn't have that mentality as a football player. I'm telling him Emerson switched off. He's coming off the pitch straight away. Emerson's probably going to be sold, because if I'm telling them I'm disappointed because we haven't scored the chances that we had, it's just not showing the mentality. The boys should be going, yes, okay, I understand, we've had a good game, but it's not what I want to be seeing. So straight away, Emerson's off, and we're going to bring Scalars on, and then honestly, we're probably going to bring. There's not really anyone else to bring on, and this is what I wanted to have a look at with the team. This is West Ham's, before they made all the transfers this season, this is what West Ham's team was looking at with rotational depth, and it's not looking good at all. I think we can give this guy a go on that side as well, and maybe bring Ivan on for let's see how that goes. Let's see how well this does in the second half. I just want to see 2 or 3 more goals, really. Areola's good as a keeper, isn't he? He's really good. Solid for West Ham. Definitely need another option, though. There we go, Ivan! Come on, that's probably not how you say his name, but there we go. That's what I want to see from the team. Ivan has come on and scored us another goal. He's taking his chance. We had a shot. Scarlett carrying the ball. Oh, Thomas Souček! Wow, there we go. What a boy! What a boy! I think Souček, Ivan, and Edison. No, Alvarez, I believe. I think they might be our midfield 3, for the time being. and the other ones have to then have to come in and show me. We'll play them as a midfield three on our next game. This is what I like about pre-season. You can try this stuff. I don't really want to be trying this rotational stuff in a Premier League campaign. Come on, well done West Ham. Wow, look at that, 3-0 on our first. 4-0. Jared Bowen scores himself a goal. Wow, everything that we want to happen on our first game as West Ham manager is happening. There we go, our first game as manager, and we get 4 goals. We can't take it too serious in the fact that it's a low division team. I honestly have no idea where they're from. We could probably have a look, but I'm not going to waste my time having a look where the team is. We've got 4 goals, which is good. Our stars from this show, Wan-Bissaka, bringing on that guy on the right was unbelievable, and bringing on them guys in midfield. So I'm definitely going to have a look at that for our next game. So I'm going to say, yeah, and do you know what? I am delighted, right? The reason being, I said I was disappointed. They've took that on and they've gone and scored an extra 3 goals. That's what I said. Go score 2 or 3 more goals. I'm happy with how you perform, but I want to see more end product. And they've literally, every single one of the boys have took that on and went and did that. A discussion with chat, and we've got ourselves a more refined shortlist. So goalkeeper position. We've had a deep discussion with chat. So our main option is going to be Patterson. If we can't get Patterson, then someone suggested David De Gea. However, I just don't think David De Gea will move. He says he's not for sale as well. However, our other option was go for a younger keeper, either Coxwell, Moldwell or Carter. Just see who we can get for the better deal, really. Because I don't really feel like we're in need of an absolute banging keeper. But I do think Patterson is high up there on the list. Then we... Right, we're going to sim for the next few games. We're going to get to our next match. If you get any information before then, of course we'll let you know. But if not, then I'll be straight into that next match. Callum Wilson has signed a contract and is at the club. It was only right. I do love Callum Wilson. I think he's amazing. Also, Hackney is at the club as well. Hackney and Wilson, our first signings, dual signings together, are now at the club. Honestly, I think they are 2 unbelievable signings. With the updated squad, of course, we do have Hackney in, and we also have Callum Wilson in. However, the way I like playing, I like to embed teams. I like to embed players slowly into the team. So maybe after half time, we'll bring Hackney in. Let's see how he does, and we'll also bring Wilson in throughout the game as well. We're not going to chuck them in the team straight away. They still need to learn West Ham's way. All the players as well are still learning the new West Ham way, which is the cookie way. So let's see how well we do today with West Ham. Come on, boys. Let's get into them. You hammers. Oh, over the top to Bowen. And we score! Suchek! Come on. Wow, maybe I was wrong about him. Maybe he is still the guy in midfield. Wow. Honestly, I've got the itch. I'm bringing Callum Wilson on. I know it's only been 25 minutes, but I'm bringing him on. Callum Wilson. Let's see what he can do. Callum Wilson is just so clinical. It's just his injury record, really. Callum! Oh, man. Disallowed goal. Disallowed goal. But Callum Wilson is, honestly, he probably could have been up there with a level of, like, James Defoe, I reckon, if it wasn't for his injuries. We just need to play exciting, entertainment football. Reason being, right? Oh, yes. Come on. Another goal from our centre-backs. Oh, our centre-backs are even getting involved today. So, basically, at the moment, my idea is to create exciting, good football, so the fans forget about the stadium for the meanwhile and just go, wow, we're playing great football. I need to go and see my West Ham team because we're playing exciting, great football, and hopefully they'll forget about the stadium in the meanwhile whilst we get them funds in so we can eventually develop a new stadium. Bowen, Jared Bowen again, come on, see, he works so well on that right side. No matter what, we're keeping him on that right side. We're let him develop there. He's already developed into a good player there. So let him play there. Let him show his expertise. Don't play him out of position as a striker or a left wing. Let him play as that right winger. A fantastic game there. Wow, I'm delighted. Literally, what I told them in the last game, make the shots you're taking, take them. And they've done it. They've absolutely done it. Of course, I'm going to drop Souček where Alvarez is, and we're going to bring on Hackney. Let's see how well he does in this game. I'm also, chat said, try Lewis Paqueta over here on the left side. So I'm going to do that as well. Let's get into the second half. Again, but he's of course he's new. He's embedding himself into the team. Come on, Paqueta! Ah, yeah, there we go. Wow. What did I say? I wanted to see a little bit more from Paqueta. Souček, Ivan, Hackney. Hackney passes the ball. Hackney assists as well. Well done, Hackney. Well done him, sir. And there we go, 5-0. Well done, West Ham again. Wow, we absolutely bashed them in. Unbelievable stuff. Delighted with that. And there's not much more to say. I just hope now that we can bring Boniface in and Harry Barnes. And that's me. Oh, unbelievable, I think. Unbelievable. Accept that one. Harvey Barnes into the club.
Every night are we paradise seems so far away. Still I try to buy myself some time to get me to that place. All I want is you. Staying up till we want to. Tell you what, I bet that we could see it new.
Dugouts are out. Borussia Dortmund are making their way to the pitch. And here we go. Let's get into them. They've got a good few players. Brantwaite on there is obviously Sabitzer a good one to name out. They're right back. Kyoto, I have no idea how to pronounce that. But he's on the top list who I'd want to sign for this club. Adeyemi, of course, is on there. Brilliant player. And Kolb at the back. Unbelievable goalkeeper. Come on. Callum Wilson! Come on, there we go. That is what Callum Wilson is about, a clinical finisher. Well done, and that's how I want it to work. Oh, and there we go. Borussia Dortmund score their first goal. It's not the first time we conceded, but it will be good to see how the boys pick themselves up after this. Wilson, Barnes. Come on! Hayden Hackney! Yes! See? I knew that's what he'd bring to the club. Come on! Delighted with the way that we performed then. Unbelievable stuff. Right, I'm going to drop Hackney there. Souček's had a great game. However, I want to get Alvarez. I want to get Lewis Paqueta into the game. Let's see how well he does. Let's also see how Hackney does in more of a defensive role. I don't really want to change anyone else. That's really all I've got. He's still having a lot of chances there. Wilson, Barnes, Jared Bowen. And Wilson again! Come on, Callum Wilson! Callum Wilson again with a hat-trick! Come on! Woo! Yes! Well done, Callum Wilson. Do you know? But, as saying that, Borussia Dortmund have just scored a goal. Absolutely delighted with that. Well done, team. Can't say anything more, can't say anything less. Patterson. So let's get him into the club. There we go. Victor Boniface, there we go. 10 million is going to be deducted from our 19 million. There we go. Victor Boniface is in the club. Wow. Offer and put Bulkrud on the transfer market. Let's do that. Let's list it. I've really not seen enough to impress me. I think if we can get about 40 million for him, 35 million, 30 million even, get him in, would make back what we've just spent on all them other players. We could get Ethan Mbappe. We could get that other French midfielder in instead of him, and I think that would be better off. So I think we add him over onto the transfer market. Sell Alvarez. I personally think Rodriguez, let him go. I don't honestly think we're going to use him this season. We've hardly used him in the pre-season friendlies at all. You seriously think add him to the transfer list? Some people would say maybe get Emerson on the transfer list. If you think we should, then I will let him go and look for another option. But I could only think of selling him if we sold the likes of Paqueta or where's that? The defensive midfielder that we just put on, Rodriguez. If we could sell Rodriguez and Paqueta or Fulkrud and we had enough to bring in a left back, then I'd let him go. But until we can bring in another replacement left back, then Emerson is just going to have to stay purely for backup options. Our first choice keeper, because I really want Patterson to be our first choice keeper. So maybe we sell Auriello and then we let Henriksen come up into the squad and we use him as our third choice, and Foderingham can be our second choice. Let me know in the YouTube comments what you think about that. Here we are in our last game for the episode with West Ham. Let's see how it goes. Now it's trying to sell them, which I think is the hardest part. Selling players on FM, I don't think it's that easy this season. And wow, we've conceded a goal. We've not been in this position yet. We've not been the ones trailing. So let's see how West Ham take that. Darren, ready? I am disappointed, you know. Why? Because we've done so good so far. I think this calls that we need to get Victor Boniface on. I also think that calls that maybe we get this guy on in midfield as well. Ivan's just not give anything in this game. And I'm also going to bring Alvarez on for Souček as well. Let's see how that goes, how well that does in midfield. Come on, West Ham. Just a little bit more, please. Come on. Oh, again. Oh, wow. Demand more. It's not good, this, because it means that we'll be going into our first Premier League game with a loss on our hands. We go back, Jared Bowen. There we go, Lucas Paqueta! Maybe I was wrong to put him on the transfer list. Wow, he scored our goal. There we go, Lucas Paqueta. Assist from Jared Bowen as well. Them two working well together. Thinker. Wow. Crazy, absolutely crazy. I'm going to tell him I'm angry, I am. I am disappointed in that. Really disappointed in that. I thought we'd do a little bit better. But yeah, that's all we could provide in that game. Let's have a look at who we've got in the Premier League coming up. Sunderland next. We've got Sunderland coming up in the Premier League, Chelsea and Nottingham Forest. So, I expect to win against Sunderland. Chelsea probably's a loss, and then I also expect to win against Nottingham Forest. I expect to win against Spurs. I expect to maybe draw against Crystal Palace, Everton, and then lose against Arsenal. If we do that, I'd be pretty impressed. Is the team that we are ending with on this episode. Let transfers in this episode. Let me think of the players that we have got listed. Is there anyone else we should be looking at bringing in? Is there anyone we should be looking at selling? And let me know what you thought about the episode of FM. Are you liking this? Should we do more on it? Let me know down there in the comments. And also, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, because we will see you on the next one. Peace out.